Tropical Disturbance 1W, Philippine name Amang, is just about to move over the Visayas region of the Philippines with winds of 25 miles per hour and a pressure of 1006 millibars. At 10 p.m. Philippine time, January 20th, that's where it was located, and this is the CDPS scale. The rainfall potential is still very high. It has been decreasing a little bit though. It's now down to stage 2 on the CDPS scale as a result, but still the rainfall could cause significant problems, and rainfall amounts could reach 500 millimeters in some areas. Here's its location: 10.1 north, 126.3 degrees east. So it's just off the northeastern tip of Mindanao. 58 miles from Surigao, 114 from Tacloban, and 165 miles from Cebu. These areas are going to get particularly affected in the next few hours before possibly moving on to some of those other Visayas islands towards the west maybe. Signal 1 warnings are still in effect for the same areas that we were talking about this morning. Southern Samar, Biliran, Leyte, eastern Bohol and northern Cebu, as well as parts of northern Mindanao as well. Looking at the rainfall potential, the latest graphic shows this much. You can see that the most intense rainfall areas, the area of those has decreased, but we're still expecting widespread amounts of rainfall over the whole Visayas region and into Luzon and into Mindanao in the south. This is the latest GFS model run. Look out for the greens to the yellows to the pink areas there for the strongest rainfall areas in the next few days. So you can see Samar is still getting a lot of it Monday into Tuesday, and then also over Cebu by the looks of things as the storm turns towards the southwest, and then it gets a lot more disorganized, and we're just seeing sporadic amounts of rain falling over the whole region by the time we reach the end of the week. The bulk of what is 1W moves off towards the west. You can just about see it moving off screen there by the weekend next. Sea surface temperatures still remain fairly warm, around 27 degrees. Will be rising a little bit to 28 if it moves towards Palawan. Of course, if the storm moved north, it wouldn't have a chance, and it's not going to be doing that. Looking at the wind forecast over the next few days, I think the GFS has just about backed off tropical storm status yet again. It's a very close call. Both models, the GFS and the HWRF, are having something close to tropical storm status, but the chances of tropical storm conditions on the islands now has decreased. So again, that leaves me to reiterate that the rainfall again is going to be the biggest threat from this storm. This system is not even a storm at this point, just like with Usman last month. These are the chances of tropical storm force winds. They've fallen a little. 35% is the maximum at Surigao and at Tacloban now, 25% in Cebu, 10% up in Naga. Those chances are decreasing as time goes on. And this is why the model's showing this here, HWRF and GFS intimating there that the system 1W had its best chance around about now, and the chances are now decreasing. Wind shear is going to be on the increase in about 24 hours time, and that is going to kill off any chances this system has of developing further. On the left hand side you can see the forecast track, still calling for a pronounced kink in the forecast track, the GFS and the HWRF, but maybe not quite as severe as it was before, but still the system rushing off towards the south-southwest. This is the latest satellite imagery. You can see compared to Usman, it's nowhere near as broad as that one was. So this one shouldn't be delivering as much rainfall, but you can still see large amounts of convection just off the eastern coast of Samar, some of it already over land, and that will be delivering large amounts of rain we expect over the course of tonight into tomorrow morning over Samar, Leyte, possibly over Masbate and Cebu, as well as southeastern Luzon. That's the latest situation with this system. Next update, 8 AM. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. And if you wanted to feel like Christmas every other week, you can also become a patron on the project. You can help Force 13 become even better in the process. Find out more information at patreon.com/Force 13 to see what benefits you could have from that. With a special thanks to these patrons, too many to read out individually, but we thank them very much for their support through the project over several months now. You can also find Force 13 on Skype and Thule 13 on Discord at extension 9094 for tropical weather chat.